Royalties of peace in the storm, back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. How we are doing today? Yes, it is October 18th of 2023. October 18th of 2023. And I want to congratulate us for traveling this far of the journey. Amazingly, no one perishes on the way. Amazingly, no one can be left behind. That even when you sit on the corner for a rest, in the mind, you are still on the journey. In the mind, you are still on the journey. Is there any resting on the way? Is there any resting on the way? Always, always traveling the road until we reach the destination, perfect peace. Have I been trying for us to understand the three different stages, the three main different stages of the ice age, the liquid age, and the gaseous age? The gaseous age is the eternity, more of like a stage, and the only stage, like divided into three. Interestingly, we have been trying to enable the invisible a stage. All we see of the physical is only a dream, cannot be part of the reality, but a lesson that can boost the reality of expected, of no longer worried of the mind, of no longer a need of pondering, distracting self from being effective. Must we be able to solve this puzzle of the mind of battlefield? We must be able to solve this puzzle of the mind, keeping us away from reality, perfect peace. Yes, like on a journey from the nightmare into a sweet dream, from the sweet dream to the reality. It must be. You can never leave from a nightmare into reality. That will be a palpitation, enabling of the heart, of awakening rapidly or abruptly, having a complicated transitioning from the nightmare into a sweet dream, of recovering from the palpitation will be the sweet dream, yet with a premature beginning of a nightmare in reality. Some experiencing the reality at the same time with a strange kind of a nightmare. Some things we experience differently when awakened from those who are still asleep. Those still asleep are those in the ice age. We could call ourselves those asleep, but still part of the journey, those still thinking, those still dreaming, traveling the road in two processes of thinking and traveling, thoughts and action. In between the thoughts and the action is the word. Yet without the action, the thinking process and the word process is limited. Both thinking and word are the same, but for the action that completes the thinking and the word process. We all understand what I'm saying, but I'm trying to relate this with our journey of being humans. We have practiced so much that we're so used to, all applicables, but not sure how we are going to reach the wellness. We have all the books, but have not been able to gain the information we need to graduate from the complicated state to uncomplicated of perfect. Short of just one letter in a word can change the whole word into something else. We must be able to have all the letters of the word before we can even reflect on what it means. This is October month. Did I say it is the month of accuracy? Does not mean you're already accurate, but having the accurate end goal is your healing. Having the accurate end goal is your healing. You'll be surprised of how many out here, like I had been before, without accuracy of the end goal, struggling looking for my identity, trying to find myself, feeling frustrated, going through complicated habits of the life, of falling short of knowledge of where I'm going. Yes, you may have a little glance or a little bit of understanding or a glimpse of what the end goal is. But if you do not understand the all truth, you end up struggling. If you do not use it of expected, you end up struggling. What we have really been struggling with generally in this lifetime of the solid age is the understanding of how to complete the journey. We know plan A. Where we are now is B. Returning to A takes the understanding of how to complete the journey. If we miss a step in the journey, knowing where we are going will only be more frustrating than one who has not even the idea where we're going. When you know where we are going is perfect and you are disrupted in between, you even get more frustrated than one who knows not even where we are going, not sure if it's too good or bad, may even ignore sometimes where we are going of, well, it could be a bad place. Why am I even bothering myself that much for? And then later on feeling like, let me try the journey, but well, maybe it could be good. Maybe it could be bad. You always have something to comfort yourself with why you need to stay back. But when you know your destination is perfect and you find yourself disrupted in between, you get more frustrated than any other one. And the worst is when the reason why you're feeling frustrated is another in your way. When you can reach already the destination, yet someone is in your way. It gets even more frustrating because you can never change someone unless they comply. You will go up and down trying to figure out how you can make them change. Even when you enforce it on them, you only enable low self-esteem to find them coming back with arrogance. Why is it not of my self-will? Would they get up one day to ask you? It must be of compliance, of desire to follow. Being a leader is not easy. You must be a good follower, encourager to wellness, which is why I keep on encouraging and not enforce. You cannot punish someone to reach a destination that they know nothing about. But because we know peace is what it is, the only way you can take a child out of a playground to the house is promising the child a fantasy in the house that the child likes. And when the child gets there, you better not be lying. because that will only enable unreliability. That will disable reliability. And you don't want that with a follower. Which is why we have to sit and communicate and be of self-efficient to understand who we are and where we are heading to are all responsible of self, enabling peace. When we fight, the only way we can find peace is a peace treaty. When we wrestle against each other, the only way we can find peace is reconciliation. What else can be our peace? What else can be our final destination, if not perfect peace? Peace steals the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking on to perfect peace. Healing from all the solid and liquid complications and complicated gaseous states. Looking on to the perfect gaseous state of freedom. No complications attached. No colliding of the electrons. No colliding of the atoms, of the elements put together and not colliding, but all apart from each other. All like electrons, free from colliding. We must be. Bring in science, bring in spirituality, bring in all sorts of experience and lifestyle we follow. It all complies. It takes peace of mind. It takes self-compliance to peace of mind, which is why when you have a disruption, it is good to bring in a communication, a healthy communication, not trying to boss the other, but a healthy communication. Accuracy we have received, accuracy we know. Our end goal is accurate, perfect peace. Every tradition, spirituality, ethnicity, groups, beliefs have proven perfect peace is the only way. It might not be easy after a long time of conflicting, yet practice takes us to perfect. Practice brings us to perfection. We must have the end goal in the hand of perfect peace. Talking about accuracy is more of like ghosting self. We are trying to ghost ourselves out of the complicated states. Reversing the complicated to uncomplicated is like ghosting. Now, the ghosting must be of perfect peace. Ghosting, or one living in a ghost town, must be wise. Aware we all are only on a journey. No one has reached the destination perfect yet. Those you cannot see no longer are still with us on the journey to perfect peace. Even when you think they have reached, you are still holding them behind, of not being able to reach, of they thinking about you. Some having celebration, but wondering where is the other? Where is the other? Some having celebration in different places, expecting others to be there when they are also having their own celebration in another place. It's desolation. Having separate parties. There must be a universal party. There must be a universal party for everyone to be there, so no one worries of who is left outside. When you think everyone is already saved, oh, maybe she is in party B, of which she is instead outside gnashing her teeth to find her way to party A where you are. Sometimes we think we can see, we know where everyone is, to surprise ourselves of a sight that was missing. When you know that you have all sight 100%, spiritually and physically, to find one that challenges you, it feels like every other was a lie until you've sorted that one out. You feel like all others was just a lie, meaning it's limited. When it's limited, it's a lie. A lie meaning a weakness. A lie is nothing else but a weakness, an awareness of a weakness seeking wellness. A weakness is an awareness of a weakness seeking wellness. We just call it weakness to shorten the communication. For those who understand, or fullness of knowledge, we just say it's weakness. It is a weakness. And if you're passing by hearing weakness, you have a different mindset about it. It is very important to know how to indulge in the communication by first of all learning the language, why they use some words. They speak out of intelligence, and you passing by with short of knowledge may pick it up and experience a complication. We are on a journey to perfect peace, ghosting or not ghosting, or living in a ghost town. It is October month. We must be accurate of traveling this road to accuracy. Saying farewell to one on a journey is self on the journey of the mind. The drifting away of another is the same distance you are drifted from them. How far they go is how far you are from them. Yet of one mind, perfect peace. We can never part each other. But of one mind, perfect peace. We can never part from each other. If we plan to smile at 3 p.m., looking at our watches, located at different places of the same time, when it's 3 p.m. and we all smile, we are together of the mind. Let the physical not contradict us, which is why we must reverse from the complicated to uncomplicated of all we see, of like divisions. We are a one mind. Studies have proven you may not know if I'm smiling on the other side at 3 p.m. until I send you a picture with the clock at 3 p.m. and you send me a picture with the clock at 3 p.m. smiling. When we confirm we were able to be of one mind. And it amazes us of the magic that exists in that. Unable to be together, but together, of one mind, battlefield free. It takes intelligence. It takes perfect peace of the mind for us to become together. When ghost needs a rescue, when ghosting needs a rescue, is the matter of understanding the need of perfect peace of the mind to rescue the ghost. Rescuing a ghost is like rescuing the mind. We are the mind. You can call the mind of those gone ahead ghost. The ghost and the mind, we are. Must you not be scared of ghosts? Yet they need not appear to you because they have not flesh, but are the mind. We hold them in a place of complicated, too long, of missing them, and wanting them to reappear. Some visiting even graves at 3 p.m. or 3 a.m. Rather at 3 a.m. to awaken the ghost, or go to our voodoo spiritualists to invoke the ghost of those they miss. This is October month, the month of accuracy. Orange, the new black, intelligence of man has reached perfect peace of understanding. Intelligence of man has reached accuracy. We must be able to accomplish our expected of perfect peace, reversing every complicated back to uncomplicated. Ice sublimes, water evaporates. We can reach the gaseous state of perfect peace. When ghosting needs rescue, we must reflect on our doings and our thoughts. Becoming a ghost can be flexible to wearing flesh, yet must realize moving to a faster lane is not arriving the earliest. You don't have to rip your flesh off to become a ghost. Have I tried for us to understand that a ghost and the mind of a man in flesh is the same? Must we keep on encouraging each other to wellness, yet aware, being in flesh, encouraging the other in a ghost in the mind of keeping perfect peace is very essential than ripping the flesh to get out and meet them. Must we not condemn those that have prematurely gone into ghosting, but understanding we are all still on the journey to perfect peace? Our hand in hand is peacekeeping. Our hand in hand, our hand in hand is morality, integrity, sustaining. The best of us is required, and practice to perfect is all we demand. Not condemning each other, but promoting positively our confirmation of the integrity we were before even the ice age and liquid age. The only stage, must I clarify us today, is the gaseous state of uncomplicated. There's only one stage, with its reflections that must be reversed, that must give way by returning to invisible of work completed. Once the gaseous state of uncomplicated is fulfilled, of looking at self in the mirror, should be able to walk out of the house with confidence. The house of ice age and the house of liquid age and the complicated gaseous state, which is I won't call it gaseous age because there's only one age, but that stands with a question mark, only a side of the solid and liquid, guiding the solid and liquid back to perfect. It's called complicated gaseous stage of trying to gather the solid and liquid back to the gaseous state. looking like complicated to the uncomplicated gaseous stage is because it's at work. It's still storming, still working, still having a sight of a complicated state, of a complicated state or age. A state of mind is different from a stage of existence. There could be many states of existence, but there's only one stage of being. You need not ghost to reach earliest possible, but of the flesh gracefully while we have the human stages. The human stages are human states of existence. Called stage is not to forget our origin. Having the crown should not replace us. Calling yourself the crown, the crown, the crown, you are the king, maker of the crown. We have called ourselves the crown, the crown, the crown, but we are the maker of the crown. The physical king comes from the uncomplicated. The uncomplicated is the maker of the king. We are the uncomplicated. Calling ourselves the kings, we are the maker of the physical, and the physical being the ice and liquid stage. We must realize that ghosting with a complicated mind is like feasting. It's like feasting one on their face without your clubs on, without protection of your fists, or boxing gloves, without your boxing gloves. Let me see, how do we even call that? Do we call it clubs or boxing gloves? Boxing gloves. I said clubs. Well, clubs, boxers have their clubs, their groups. Well, they call them boxing gloves. Feasting at someone without your gloves, your boxing gloves, is like ghosting with the battlefield of the mind. We must be able to keep our gloves on if we are still with the battlefield of the mind until we recover. Keeping it on is not to keep it forever, but like an assistive device while we recover from complicated. Preventing damages. Because when you feast at someone, it's actually your heart that is feasting. It's interesting how they say that the feast, when you feast your hand, it's like the exact size of your heart. When you feast someone with your hand, with your fist, when you feast at someone with your fist, it's your heart that feasts first at that person before you. Your heart is your mind, reflection of your mind. Your heart is the reflection of your mind. You may not feel the pain from the heart. Instead, feeling contentment when you feast at someone with your hand. But after a while, when you become of awareness of your weakness, seeking wellness, your heart starts hurting. And that's where you realize the pain that was of your heart a long time kept, now complicated and chronic. Must you be able to heal? Must you be able to heal? It is important for us to heal. When someone feasts you, it hurts. Do not tell them to keep feasting on you because they are carrying more pain, but rather your regrets of letting them feasting on you instead of encouraging them to cease from feasting on you. Feasting at someone is both the defender and the one feasting, experiencing pain. Our heart is one. Let us remember that when we hurt one heart, we have hurt all hearts. Interestingly, the other side may be clapping and clapping and clapping, having the trophy to end up feeling regrets with the trophy in hand of identifying myself rather than one causing the ripples of the ocean. Don't be the drop. Don't be the drop into the ocean. Rather be the evaporator from the ocean. A drop on ice may not vibrate. That could be very, very, very deceiving. Mostly always relate whatever happens with the ocean is exactly what happens with the ice. With the ice, you cannot see. With the ice, you cannot see. But it's exactly what happens with the ice, what happens with the water, which is why the boats seek evaporation. The boats seek ascending. Subliming and evaporation is the same, ascending to wellness perfect, a journey to perfect peace. Practice enables a greater ability to wellness. Must we be seeking the wellness of practice and not the complicated? The greater ability we need is of wellness and not of complicated. What you practice really matters. Must we keep on endeavoring to practice wellness? Quitting flesh is important, but we must do it the right way. By staying away from trouble. Some will want to feast at another, turn into a ghost, and have some gloves on before they feast on you. Or some will just be without ghosting and feast on you. Someone will throw a bomb very far away, thinking they've escaped from the bumping, from the bombing, but only with time to have the pain even greater than the one that was hurt by the bomb. Distance hurting someone or ghosting to hurt someone does not change the fact that it is the heart that hurts. If you're a ghost asking, the one that hurts in flesh hurts more than I because I'm the heart that feasts directly. But the humans, those in flesh, at feasting, their heart hurts and their hand also hurts. There's a bruise on the knuckles before the bruise of the heart. But I don't have knuckles. So I feel better feasting, not being of flesh. It's like saying ice does not ripple. I ripple. A contradicting way of saying I feel the pain more than the one with the flesh. Flesh should not be deceiving. Let the flesh not be deceiving. Let eyes not be deceiving. It's very important for us to really understand That is the mind that needs peace. The flesh already has peace. It is the mind that wears the flesh. It is the mind that makes the flesh. The flesh already has peace. Once the flesh gives way, it is complete. It has no willpower. Low self-esteem or arrogance is of the heart, the mind. I hope this lesson helps us to reflect. Let us reflect on this message carefully for us who are able to be of spirituality supernatural and of simplicity. Be you an atheist or just a mere human or mere existence. The earth crumbles. Its pain is only for immediate. But the heart is extending, is also hurting. Asymptomatic is even more dangerous than symptomatic. That when you can see on your hand and seek recovery earliest, the one of the ghosting can keep on punching and punching forever and feel so comfortable of, oh my goodness, they can do nothing about it. Like I'm champion with the trophy at the end. Like nothing. When it's trophy is worth it, but how will it worth when your mind is against the ability to get a complicated instead of uncomplicated? Let us seek the ability of gaining the uncomplicated and not the complicated. Trophy awaits us all. A double trophy with one hiding, you're hiding the other one of how you get it. What we call trophy in the physical state is what is meant for everybody. Because they're able to take away mine and make yours double and call it a trophy. It's complicated. We'll talk more about this next Wednesday. Stay tuned. For after next Wednesday, we will be getting into Halloween. Trick not to treat yourself. Let us be wise and treat ourselves. A very wise saying of ancient days. Trick and treat is who we are. Trick and treat. A reminder on your door. Trick and treat. Is that who you are? Trick and treat. And you bribe with the candy. Trick and treat. And you bribe with the candy. And some kids today think that saying trick and treat, it means I trick you to treat me, but rather it is the one that knocks on your door of you trick and treater. You trick and treat yourself and you bribe with the candy. I'm sorry, please don't tell no one. It's what it is. Some don't understand that. Something is to treat and then you get your treat, but rather it is calling you a trickster. I got you. And you go, I'm sorry, please take a candy. I'll fix it. Let us get back to accuracy of the mind so we can reach the accuracy we already have of the end goal destination, perfect peace. Thank you for watching and stay tuned. Peace steals the storm back to peace that has no storm, looking onto perfect peace. Thank you.